Hey everyone, how are we? How are you all? All of my beautiful friends and family out there. So, 5 things you may or may not know about me. So that's what I'll be sharing today. So if you are watching live, please say hi. Let me know that you're here. And also let me know where you're watching from. It's awesome to see people watching from all across the globe. If you are watching the replay, just let me know that you have stopped by. And if we have not met before, my name is Crystal Ricassi, and I am coming to you live from the beautiful state of Utah. And I am a woman on a mission to help and inspire others to live longer, healthier, happier lives. I'm all about helping others get on the other side of chronic health issues. So, for those of you who are not aware, I am participating in yet another Facebook Live video challenge. This challenge is a 14-day challenge, once again hosted by our beautiful and amazing mentor and friend, Helen Martin, who is out of Australia. And today's little task is to share 5 things that people most likely would not know about us. So I'm going to share those things with you. But how are we all doing? I hope that you guys are having a phenomenal day. I hope that you can see me and hear me okay, as yesterday outside, my live was okay in the beginning, and then towards the end it got pixelated. So then when I tried to jump back on, it was breaking up off and on, so you could barely hear me. I was going, so it was kind of hard to hear me. So anyway, I hope that you guys can hear and see me okay. And I thank you guys very much for tuning in here and spending some time with me today. So, 5 things you may or may not know about me. And if you did know these things about me, let me know. I'm curious as to who knew. And if you are surprised, some of these things might surprise you. So if you are surprised, or just let me know your thoughts. These are kind of fun. So number 1, and I do have my 5 things right here just so I can make sure I remember them all. Because I could go off. You guys know me. I could go rambling on about all kinds of stuff. So number 1 is, surprisingly, I actually have a fear of clowns. I've never liked clowns. Even as a child, they terrified me. They still do to this day. Although I have a brother-in-law who kind of dresses up as one, but that doesn't scare me. Yeah, I have a fear of clowns, and yet I love Stephen King's movie It. I've not been able to finish the book, but I love the movie. Go figure. Isn't that weird? That's weird. And one of the reasons why, I will just share with you, one of the reasons why I have a fear of clowns is because as a kid, I just never could really trust what was behind the mask or what was underneath the makeup. I have a fear of clowns. Number 2 is I have only had 2 surgeries in my entire life. Only 2 surgeries in my entire life so far. And I hope to keep that at a very small minimum. I'm very blessed to have good health. So only 2 surgeries. And those were, one, I had my wisdom teeth pulled. All 4 of my wisdom teeth were pulled at the same time. That was in my early 20s. And the second one was I actually had a deviated septum in my nose. So I wasn't able to breathe. So I did have that surgery. So thankfully, I'm healthy, and that's it. Let's see, number 3, I have, what did I write down here? Oh, okay, so some of you guys know this because, Judy and Bob, hello, how are you, PJ? Your eldest grandson was scared of clowns. That's a common fear, I think. And that's interesting. I've always been terrified of them, yet I love the movie It by Stephen King. So is that weird or what? um, so you guys probably know this. Those of you here on my business page. Number 3 is I have actually a fear of conventional medical doctors. And when I say that, it's not that I don't like them. My grandpa was a doctor of cardiology, and he specialized in cardiology, and he was also in internal medicine. Only yellow ones. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I know that, and I've had really, really good doctors, guys. It's not that. It's just I've had a lot of really, really horrible, really bad experiences with, conventional medical doctors. When I was pregnant, I had a horrible experience, and my OBGYN actually was able to get the emergency doctor that was performing things on me that he should not have been. My OBGYN at the time was actually able to get him fired for doing that. So I've been misdiagnosed. My mom was given medication when she shouldn't have been, 2 different types of a medication that should not have been mixed or taken while she was taking something else, and now she's suffering a horrific illness because of that. So it's not that I don't like them, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys, that I literally have a fear of conventional medical doctors. So I know there's good ones out there, and we need them. They are truly amazing in what they can do for trauma and all that kind of, those kind of things, but I am honestly terrified of them. So that's partially why I try to lean on, other choices. I have other choices for medical nutrition, for homeopathic medicine and things like that. So just wanted to share that with you. Let's see, number 4 is, maybe you guys may or may not know this. I don't know. But what color do you think my eyes are? Just what color do you think they are? Because I'll tell you, my eyes when I was born, trauma and broken bones. Yep, exactly, PJ, exactly. They are really good for that. Or, God forbid somebody gets, for trauma, shot, things like that, burns, stuff, that kind of stuff. Yeah, trauma, trauma care. I was born bright baby blue eyes. My daughter has bright baby blue eyes. My eyes are more like a hazel greenish color, I guess. But when I was younger, they actually wear. So if I wore blue, they would look more blue, look more green. Sometimes they would even look like a grayish color. So they kind of just changed with what I wear. So just curious, I know it's no great big mystery, but just kind of something fun. And the last thing is something that I haven't really, my husband knows about it, but something that I haven't really told anyone ever is I actually saved a client of mine at a mental health agency. I saved a client of mine from being harassed and than she was, and also arrested by police for something she did not do. And the story goes basically that I had been working at this mental health facility here close to where I live, and when I had gotten to work, I was known as what do they call it now? See, it's been so long since I've been there. PRN, I think it was a PRN. Basically, I was on call. So I worked whenever they called me, or, if I had a set schedule, I had a schedule. But if they needed me on any of my days off or earlier on the schedule, that's when I went in if I was available. So, hello, Tina. How are you, lovely lady? Uh-oh, interruptions again? Can you hear me okay? Or am I going off and on again? I'll make this quick. I hope I'm still here. But I saved a client. I got to work and there were police already there. Long story short, police were already there, and my client had apparently fit the description or looked like someone who had done some really horrific things. And the police actually were there at the facility I worked, harassing her. And my manager at the time, thank goodness she's not there anymore, but my manager at the time was not doing anything to stop them from harassing her. She wasn't defending her. She wasn't doing anything. So when I got there, thankfully, I've educated myself, and I was able to tell these officers that they had no right to harass my client for what they were harassing her for. And that, they needed to learn a thing or two between the difference between, criminals and people with mental illness, severe mental illness. Now, I'm not saying that people with severe mental illnesses don't commit crimes. And I'm not saying that it's justified even if they are mentally ill. What I am saying is that these officers were giving my client no opportunity to speak, no opportunity to defend herself, to tell her side of the story, even though she was, she had severe, schizophrenia. She was on a lot of different medications. She had a lot of different things going on. So I actually stood up to them. Your voice is good, but not in sync with your life. Oh, that's just fabulous, isn't it? Thank you, Tina, for letting me know. I guess I will enjoy watching the replay, huh? So anyway, I was able to kind of save her from the police doing that to her any more than they did. So I feel good about that because it took me a long time to be able to stand up either for myself or for someone else. And the police never, I could have been arrested, but they didn't. They just looked at me like, oh, well, you know what, lady, you're right. I guess we do need a little bit more education on these types of issues. So anyway, I better go for now because I don't know what's going on with this live. I guess I will wait and see. But I hope that those 5 things about me were somewhat fun or interesting for you to learn. And I will leave it there. So thanks you guys very much for taking time to spend here with me, for watching, for listening, for supporting me. I truly appreciate it. And I hope that you all are having a fantabulous rest of your day or evening or night or whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow. So have a fabulous one, guys. Take care. Be well. And I'll see you then. Mwah. See ya.